So I'm not a religious person, but I would be giving men a disservice if I didn't talk about the spiritual nature of attraction and male and female dynamics. I'm not a religious person. I consider myself a spiritual person. I believe we're all spiritual beings. So if you ignore this aspect of spirituality within male-female dynamics and how they relate to another, you're always going to be confused about how attraction works between a male and a female. You're always going to be confused on how to attract a female as a man, and likewise as a woman to a man, the opposite way. But on this video, I want to talk about men. I want to talk about how men can understand spirituality to attract women. Okay, so this video is going to be a little controversial. It's going to be a little controversial. I'll admit it. It's going to be controversial. I'm not going to shy away from it. But I think we can all agree that women are more connected to the world. I think we can all agree that. Why are women looking for men with money, status, power? Because they're connected to the world more than men. Women also carry more body fat than men naturally. Like, say you're eating the same amount of calories, or say the woman is even eating much less calories, she will still hold on to more body fat than the average man. The average woman will hold on to more body fat than the average man. She literally holds on to more physical matter than a man, more physicality. She is more in the world. She cares more about worldly things. She cares more about this world, survival, all these things. She cares more about survival than a man, because a man is more capable of surviving. And a woman, it's not even that a man is more capable of surviving. A woman has to make sure to survive, not just her, but also the baby that she can potentially birth. So it's in her nature. You have to understand this as a man. It's in her nature to care more about this world. Now, what does that actually do? That actually creates a separation in her. There's a separation because she is so preoccupied with survival and the survival of her children that she actually separates from a spiritual life. That's why you don't see a lot of women in monasteries. You don't see women priests. You don't see women becoming monks a lot. Like, you see some like nuns and stuff, but they're never on the same level as all the men that go into spiritual traditions, whether it's priesthood or becoming a monk or becoming a yogi, whatever these things. Men are much more inclined to chase the spiritual, to chase the religious, to chase something higher than just this world. Now, you have to understand this. So what am I getting at? Might seem like I'm rambling around a lot. It's quite simple. The Bible explains it very well. There's a lot of traditions explain this very well. The man is more directly connected to the divine, the Most High, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to get into religion, but the man is more connected to the Most High. The woman, on the other hand, is more attached to the world. But you can't be attached to the world and be satisfied as a human being, because we all are seeking something higher. And especially women, they feel like there's a disconnection between them and the Most High and the divine and all these things. This is why women get into a lot of astrology, all these different, systems, all these different witchcraft and all this stuff, tarot cards and all these things, because they're lacking that direct connection. So they're looking for a different path. They're looking for an outlet to connect to divine energy, spiritual energy, whatever it is. Whereas a man could just go directly to divine if he commits himself to that. If that's his intention, if he commits himself to it, if he tries to live a moral life, he can pretty much connect directly to the most high, the divine, the spiritual realm, his higher self, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to get into religion here. Let's just call it spirituality. He can deeper and more easily connect to spirituality. Damn, it's hot here. Let me open this window. So basically what I'm saying is there's a lack. Oh. God damn. This window's hard to open. There's a lack within a woman's psyche. So she needs a man to connect her, to get her on a path of spirituality, of connecting to the divine. She needs a man to do that. She needs a spiritual man. I'm not saying like the fucking hippies that you see at like the Burning Man festival, whatever, these fucking sleazy dudes just trying to bang hippie girls by talking about crystals and bullshit. I'm talking about a real moral, upright fucking dude that has morals, that tries to do the right thing, that tries to commune with the greater good, the Most High, whatever you want to call it, his spiritual world, his higher self, whatever he believes in. He tries to do good. He tries to connect. He tries to actually have a relationship beyond this material world. She needs this. You have to understand, she needs this because she does not have the ability to do this on her own. She doesn't have the ability. Because of her nature. I'm not saying that women can't be spiritual. Women can be extremely spiritual. But they're going to lack direction because of their attachment to the world, because of the way that they were designed. They were designed to be more of this world than us men. So she really needs a man that is connected spiritually, let's just say, or a man that has the intention to connect spiritually, to be upright, to be moral, to be righteous, all these things. She needs this. This is your power as a man. This is what men don't understand. Men think the only thing that can attract a woman is the thing that she's attached to, which is money, status, power, all the things of this world. They think that is the only way that they can attract a woman. And yes, those things are important because they give a woman safety. But it doesn't fulfill what a woman's actually missing. A woman is missing that direct connection to the divine, to the Most High. A lot of women are becoming atheists these days because they can't feel that connection as strongly as a man can. They can't become as detached as a man can become. And that's the real problem, is women can't become as detached to the world as a man can. Once again, that's why you don't see a ton of female yogis going into the fucking Himalayas, because that requires an extreme amount of detachment. You don't see a bunch of women joining monasteries and becoming monks for the rest of their lives, celibate monks. Like, that's not a common thing. Like, there's nuns within the Christian church, but there's not a lot of traditions of women dedicating their entire life to a spiritual path. Because men have a greater ability to detach from this world. I'm not saying that men are better. I'm not saying that at all. This world is spiritual as well. The physical world is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. But men have a greater capacity to detach from survival necessities, things of this world. They have a better ability to isolate themselves, to be alone. This is your power. This is your power as a man. But here's the thing, most men are feminized. Most men are acting like women. Most men are attached to this physical world just as much as women, if not more. And then the polarity isn't created. She's not pulled towards you because you're acting like her. You're attached to this world. You're attached to Maya. You're attached to the physical, the material, what you can see, touch, feel, smell, hear. You're so attached to this world, just like a woman is, that you have no polarity with her. She doesn't look at you as someone to follow. She doesn't look at you as someone to guide her on a spiritual journey. She looks at you as an equal. Oh, this guy is all into materialism just like me. Okay, what can I get out of him? What material can I get out of him? Because I can't get anything else out of him. Because there's no masculine righteousness. There's no masculine spiritual drive. All he is attached to this physical world, attached to Maya. So when she sees a man like that, all she can see to use you for is what you can give to her materialistically. But I don't think women are materialistic. I think they only treat men who are materialistic. I think they're only materialistic around men who are materialistic. Men that have a higher purpose or a higher calling or are more driven by spiritual righteousness, women don't act materialistic around these men. Women actually are the opposite. They become less materialistic. They become more spiritual. They become more on a righteous path. So as a man, if you really want the highest amount of polarity and you really want the highest amount of attraction with women, you can't be attached to this material world. That doesn't mean you can't involve yourself in it. That doesn't mean you can't do things related to wealth and survival, all that stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you can't be attached to it like a woman is. You have to become more detached. And you also have to detach from her. This is why women love detached men. It's not because you're treating her like an asshole. It's because you're showing her that you are more connected to the divine. You're more connected than she is. You're detached. You're detached from the material world, including her. And that gives her someone to follow, someone to lead her into this world of spirituality and becoming a good human being, becoming more righteous, having higher morals, having higher standards, all these things. She needs a man to guide her through this process because she doesn't have that level of detachment as a man can have. But you need to develop that level of detachment yourself. So all these men that are crying over a woman, about a woman leaving her, it's so feminine. It's so feminine. And it's only going to keep happening to you until you detach from it all. Once you detach from it all, you detach from this world, you detach from money, status, power, and you detach from the woman herself, and you focus on a spiritual, upright life, you will notice you lose less women. Women just stick around. Even if they're not your girlfriend or you're not dating them anymore, they will still randomly hit you up, want to talk to you, want to be around your energy. They will still be around. You'll notice that women just don't really cut you off because you're a spiritually upright man. It's extremely valuable to them. It's extremely valuable to women, a real spiritually upright man that's actually focused on developing himself spiritually, not just in this material world. That's an extremely valuable thing to a woman. So understand your power. And this is why you are the prize. A lot of guys say, I'm the prize. But it's coming from this very egoic, kind of like faking mindset. It's like, I'm faking this. I'm just telling myself but most men don't understand why they are the prize. It's because of this connection that they have. It's because of this greater ability to connect to the Most High. It's because of this ability that makes you the prize. That makes you the prize. Because in reality, a woman needs you more than you need her. That's the reality. Even if you don't feel like that, you might not feel like that, but it's true. It's true. But I don't want this video to go the wrong way. I'm not saying that women can't be spiritual. I'm not saying that women can't spend time alone. They just have a harder time detaching. That's all I'm saying. I think we could see that everywhere. I don't think that's a crazy claim. I think most people would agree. But anyways, guys, I'll see you all later. Peace, love, and see you for the next video.